Hi, I'm Coach Steve, and welcome to today's video. For today's video, I'm going to be discussing the book Codependent No More by Melody Beattie. This book has sold over 5 million copies. This is a New York Times bestseller. In 2009, this book was named by Newsweek as one of the 4 essential self-help books of all time. This book is, I believe, the first of Melody Beattie's works. She has several other releases, including The Language of Letting Go, Beyond Codependency, The Grief Club, and several workbooks that accompany these releases. This book is from Spiegel and Grau. This edition includes 2 prefaces, one to the 1992 release and one from the 2001 release. This book was originally published in 1986 by Hazelden Publications. Melody Beattie, at the time of this publication, was not a licensed medical professional or a psychiatric provider. Her qualifications for writing this book, she explains in it, were that she herself has experience being an alcoholic or an addict and working through the 12-step program. For the purposes of this book, the author Melody Beattie defines codependency. A codependent person is one who has let another person's behavior affect him or her and who is obsessed with controlling that person's behavior. When this book was published in 1986, codependent was referring in this context to its most traditional definition, involving the loved ones, family members of alcoholics and other addicts. A lot of this book does deal with overcoming the circumstances that proximity to people with substance abuse concerns tends to create. This book has pretty much 2 different parts. The opening part explaining what codependency is and what some of the symptoms of a codependent may look like. Those symptoms could be wide and varied and are not by any means an exhaustive list presented in the book. This could be anything from developing controlling behaviors, trying to stop the alcoholic from drinking or the drug addict from using. This could involve even actually being almost resentful and hurt by their behaviors, putting more of a personal effect on it than it was maybe even meant to. And then she discusses in the later half of the book how to break free from these behaviors and how to move on in a healthy way, some of which may require detaching from the people with the abuse issues. This book is full of try-it-at-home exercises and suggestions and really does recommend using the 12-step process for yourself as a codependent, getting involved in a group such as Al-Anon, which was created in tandem with Alcoholics Anonymous for the friends, family, loved ones of substance abusers. It really promotes the 12-step program as being effective and does expand upon the benefits of working a 12-step program if you are suffering from any kind of substance abuse or are suffering from the actions of people with substance abuse problems. Eventually, she encourages you to begin to live your own life and to take responsibility for your own problems and not the conditions of your loved ones, and to be able to detach from them in a way that is kind and loving so that they can get the support they need instead of dragging other people through the emotional coals of their addiction. This book is highly recommended. It has been out for almost 25-30 years' time, and it actually even came as a part of the suggested or recommended reading from author Dr. Glover, whose book No More Mr. Nice Guy I've previously reviewed on this channel. I'd had this book slightly before picking that book up and was amused to see that this was a recommended reading from the doctor as well, and he is a licensed medical professional recommending Melody Beattie's work. So hopefully if you guys have had any experience growing up with alcoholics or drug addicts and have found yourself still engaging in some behavior related to their substance abuse issues, this book could be really helpful. Actually, I myself have to admit I had grown up with alcoholics in my family, and some of the information in this book was really helpful and insightful as to seeing what coping mechanisms people trying to survive the chaos of other people's addictions may find themselves in. So, yeah, Melody Beattie is a highly recommended author, and I would encourage you to check out this book. And I'm hoping to hear from you soon. I'm hoping you'll like, subscribe, share this video with a friend or family member, and begin to have a greater discussion down in the comments section about your experiences. And I'm hoping to hear from you soon. I've been Coach Steve, wishing you the best of joy and success.